not done yet, folks. Good morning, everyone. I'd like everyone to please bear with me through this speech, as like most things in my scouting journey, I finished it last minute. I'm going to start my speech and end my speech with thank yous, if you all wouldn't mind, as so the part of me actually talking is kept to a minimum. But to start, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today, including the Walsh and Frost families, Troop 77 Hudson, and many other families and friends I was excited to see here today. I'd like to give a special thanks to my grandmother, Barbara Walsh, as today is her birthday. She's 84 years young. She doesn't look a day over 25. And I would like everybody to please join me in singing happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to you. You.
Happy birthday to you. You. Happy birthday, dear Nana. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, now for the speech part. Well, here we are. I know that, like my Eagle project, many of you were probably wondering if the ceremony was ever going to happen. I've been involved in the scouting program for the majority of my young life. To say it has not changed me would be very wrong indeed. There's been no program that I've been a part of that has been more influential on where I am today than Scouts. I joined Scouts in 2nd grade. I'm sure it didn't happen exactly this way, but I remember my dad meeting my old Cub Master, Lori Morton, and she talking him into bringing me to a Scout meeting. I can say honestly that without being introduced to this program in 2nd grade, my life would be drastically different. I would not have developed the same ideals of patriotism and selfless service that I now hold dear, and it brought me to the point I am now where I am contracted with the Marine Corps. Without scouting, I would never have met many of the boys who went to Aspet Valley High School and convinced me to give it a shot. Without scouting, I would not have ever taken the welding merit badge, which ignited a spark of interest that I pursued in the metal fabrication shop at Aspet Valley. Without scouting, I would not have gone to Camp Lenoxet, and most certainly would not have staffed there. I have scouting to thank for my friends, my education, my spirit, my interests, and many mentors, and 3 of the best summers of my life working as a staff member at camp. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be, but I dread to think of where I would be now without the scouting program. For any parents out there with children in kindergarten or older, I strongly suggest that you consider getting your children involved in the scouting program. This country has been in a dark place these last few years. There have been riots about whether or not every man is equal, a worldwide pandemic, and a political system and news media seemingly bent on dividing us. The future seems dark. However, I know one thing: hard times breed hard people. The youth of America are this nation's future. In order for our nation to succeed, our youth need to be strong, well-informed, and have a quality moral compass. Much like the ending of our Scout Oath says, there are few programs in America producing not only quality men and women who will better our nation, but leaders to lead these men and women. The Boy Scouts of America are one of these few programs producing such people. It does not matter the age or gender of your child, it only matters whether they want to make a difference in this great nation. I have met Scouts of every age and gender. Just Tuesday at a Scout dinner, I had the honor of sitting with a young woman who had just got her Eagle Scout, and she confirmed what I already knew. Age or gender does not determine the quality of Scout, just how much you're willing to invest in this program. Which brings me to my advice for the current Scouts or future Scouts in front of me. First, I strongly recommend do not procrastinate on your Eagle project and wait till 3 days before you turn 18 to turn it in. I scared a lot of people there, and I'm so sorry. Second is... Sorry, I lost my place. Second, at Norwich, during Rookdom, which is a training period at our college, one of our leaders would say something before we were put to bed. This place is what you make of it. Trust the system. Let it mold you into what you need to be. Scouting is what you make of it. You need to buy into this system to be successful. So I'm asking you, for the betterment of this country, please buy into the system and become the leader the people of America need. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I have a lot of people who helped me get here I need to say thank you to. I have to start by thanking my parents. They're amazing. Without them, I would never be here. So thank you guys so much.
We love you.
The scouting program has given me many opportunities to make new friends and work through problems with them. Sorry, there's a couple people here who didn't come today because they got stuck at camp, at the camp I used to work at. I would like to say thank you to them even though they're not here. So they will be receiving my thanks in person later. I would first like to thank my friend John who delivered a great invocation today. John, I have something for you. Would you mind coming up? Thank you. Second, there's only one person in scouting that I can honestly say I've been friends with since first grade. We went through scouts together almost to the end. He's not only been my friend, but also has worked with me throughout scouting as a member of my patrol, as my ASPL when I was SPL. And when it came time to decide who was the master of ceremonies for this, I knew there was only one name I could pick. So I'd like to thank Cale Bell for everything he's done for me.
You're getting a hug.
By the way, these double as bottle openers. Okay. Through scouting, I have gained many wonderful mentors. While I did not meet them through scouting, they have provided so much to me. I've stayed at their house many nights. I've ate dinner with them several times. And I'd like to thank the Mann family, in specific George Mann, who spent over 50 hours on my Eagle project. While I was there and while I wasn't there, without him, I don't think it would have been done. So I have the key for you guys. Much similar, I did not meet this person through scouting, but she has provided me places to stay at night, wonderful food, and her son is annoying, but he's also one of my best friends. So I'd like to call up Diana Demerit, or Mama Heyman as I like to call her. Okay, so I'd be remiss without mentioning the two adults who started my scouting journey. They were my den parents throughout my time in Cub Scouts, so I'd like to call up Rob McLaughlin and Roberta McLaughlin. Thank you guys so much. So glad you guys could be here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I would like to say thank you to the Candeloro family, in specific Mr. Candeloro. They've provided so much, and I'm sure he is going to be a great scoutmaster for the remainder of the time he's in this program. I would also like to say thank you to one of my greatest friends, a great mentor, somebody I'm proud to call mom. I'd like to call up Donna Dupre. I did not meet her in scouting, but it does not mean she has not influenced my life greatly. She is the reason I went to Norwich, so thank you. Her son Garrett is great too. Okay, so there are two names I have not mentioned yet, and that's because while I was thinking, so it's tradition when you're an Eagle Scout, you pick a mentor. And so when I was thinking of who my mentor would be, there's two names that popped in my head. One took a little while to think of, but he has helped me so much within scouting, whether he realizes it or not. So I'm going to start with the latter. This man I met 5 years ago, and my life has changed for the better since. He has taught me so many critical skills, not just involving our trade, but life in general. He was always up for a talk, and he wasn't afraid to give his advice if he saw me moving in a path that was off course. Without his expertise, my Eagle project never would have been finished. So I'd like to present my friend, Chief Petty Officer Retired Neil Mansfield, with one of my Eagle Scout mentor pins. Okay, now for the former. This man has been influential in my life more than anybody else except my parents. He was always by my side throughout my scouting journey and has been a great role model. I still remember the first time I met him at a scout event while I was at Weeblow in 4th grade. He's taught me so much, not only about critical skills required for scouting, but also life. He's given me so much, and I don't think I'll ever be able to pay him back. He's a great mentor, and if someone were to ask me if I could choose a second father, it would be him. I know if I ever need him, he's only a call away, and I hope he knows the same can be said for him, for me. So without further ado, I'd like to present Mr. Riley, Dennis Riley, who's one of my mentor pins. Okay, that concludes me speaking. However, there were a couple people who approached me asking to say a few words at this ceremony, and I'm going to open up the floor for anybody who would like to speak at this time. There's one man who's been asking for about 1.5 years, so I'm going to start with him. Chief Neil Mansfield, this is your time.
Okay.
Thank you, Chief.
Wow, what a fantastic ceremony. It's not surprising it's unique to John Walsh. So folks, I want to say a few words about John, and I wanted to give you a perspective of a teacher to John Walsh. And I'd like to say good morning to Troop 77, the entire Walsh family. Thank you for allowing me to say a few words on behalf of John Walsh and his achievement in scouting, as well as the community service spirit. To begin, I'd like to say congratulations for most outstanding achieving the Eagle Scout, John. You have demonstrated a true spirit of Eagle Scout in every possible way in your daily life. It is said that the most important commodity in our lives is our time. And you have given up much of your time to help others around you, your fellow students in the metal fabrication program, your fellow JORTC cadets, your weekend community service events, your fellow scouts. But even greater, you have given up your time to help homeless veterans and serve meals in Worcester throughout your years here at Assabet. As a veteran, John, I cannot thank you enough for your kindness, your compassion, and people who are in need of a helping hand. Your kindness, generosity, and willingness to help others is one of your best qualities. Each time the opportunity to volunteer for community service event came up in our shop or our cadet program, you were the first to raise your hand and first to sign up. One of many of those events was making the Boy Scout metalworking and welding badge program a complete success. With your help and the help of fellow Assabet scouts and students, you showcased and highlighted our school and allowed young scouts from many different troops to experience the joy of welding, forging hot iron, bending sheet metal, and learning about metalworking and welding as a career choice, all while they're earning their merit badge on a Saturday. John, you are an excellent role model for both young and old alike. You live your life with hard work, honesty, kindness, and compassion. John, as you arrived in our shop in our main hatch, I witnessed you transform from a young freshman with your eyes wide open, learning to explore the world of metal. And then as you progressed through the underclassmen years, developing your vocational schools, then into senior years with strong sense of purpose and meaning, and above all, excellent leadership qualities. It's how you live your life, John. It's just you lead by example. I'd like to take a moment to reflect upon John's journey here at Assabet. John, it was our countless cheese talks, our mentor talks in the shop, you becoming an iron worker in your co-op job, our JORTC cadet radar teams with away competitions and winning team spirit that you led. It was our 5:30 a.m. JORTC PT fitness sessions. It was our after-school United States Air Force Base pool workouts. our long JORTC leadership camps away, our Marine Corps JORTC balls, our JORTC mess nights, our overnight Boston trip to USS Constitution Ship Estate, and our United States Marine Corps event in Boston, meeting the current United States Marine Corps Commandant, meeting the current United States Marine Corps Sergeant Major, as well as meeting other top generals and admirals, including the Secretary of Defense. Just being in that room with 2,500 Marines of all ages was a feeling that we will never forget. To pause and reflect upon many of your accomplishments with scouting that has best prepared you for life, obstacles, and the ability to overcome setbacks and disappointments, and knowing that you can critically think your way through any problem that is presented to you, and reflections upon yourself in keeping with the highest traditions of the standards of scouting. John, you have made such a difference in our lives. You give such meaning and purpose to us. Thank you for being who you are, never change, continue to be a life learner, and in closing, now you hold the title of Eagle Scout, and that title is very few that holds in this world. All the best to you, John, in Norwich, and then on to the United States Marine Corps. Congratulations, job well done. Your mentor, your shop teacher, Chief Mansfield. Something that John and I share a passion of forging hot iron and welding steels together. In my free time, I never forgot where we came from. And that's the great thing about John Walsh. He never forgot. And here it is, John. This is it's forged copper, forged iron. We're a little bit late, a year late, sorry for the pandemic, John. The compasses to navigate your way in life. Congratulations on your Eagle Scout achievement. I can't say.
Okay, that reminded me. I completely forgot. I do have gifts for my Eagle Scout mentors, and I meant to present them here. But they're not as nice as what Chief gave me. However, I have two pictures here framed of special moments with either one of us. So I'd like to give you guys both one of these. Okay, so the other person who asked to speak is not here. So, would anyone else like to speak?
Oh, you know I'll speak.
You'll speak?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Jeez.
All right.
Yeah, it's on.
It's on. Okay. Like any college essay I've written, I'm just gonna wing this. So, I'm gonna start this off. Johnny, in your speech, you said that we've been friends since first grade. That's not true. It's second grade.
Sorry.
It's time to fact check. So there's a couple things about Johnny I think you guys should all know. I was in Scouts for at least 10 years. It's been a while. But if you know Johnny, he's really into scouting. I've met tons of Scouts over my scouting career, and there's only a couple who are like really memorable for being super into scouting, and one of them is Johnny. We used to sell popcorn in Cub Scouts every year. He just absolutely dominated some popcorn sales. It was the most frustrating thing. I get my mom to sell a bunch for me, and she'd just be like, "Oh, I sold all this popcorn for me." It's like, "Oh, maybe this is the year." No, Johnny probably, I think there was a year where he did like triple what I did. And, yeah, nice job.
Sorry.
Then, as we got older, we started going, we both crossed over together. We were both in the same year, same patrol. We were what, the Flaming Penguins?
The Exploding Penguins.
Exploding Penguins.
Bacon.
Oh, yeah. Regrettable decision right there. So,
Still got the patch.
yeah, you guys can have. So as we went to camp a lot, I don't think we were ever tent mates, but our tents were always very close together, and we always hung out with each other. Johnny then decided to start working at camp, and when you work at camp, you're obviously very busy. It's your full-time job. But every night, or at least some nights, Johnny would come back to the site, say hi to everybody in Troop 77, and he'd make his way to my tent. And we'd have a nice long talk for 3-4 hours just talking about everything that's been going on in our lives. So I did not go to Assabet, unfortunately. I went to Hudson High School, which is a lovely school for anybody wondering. But yeah, Johnny always made time for me, and I really appreciated that. And it was nice getting to see him, even though I normally didn't get to see him. And even though Johnny and I aren't very close anymore, I think the first time we talked in like a year, you asked me to come speak at your Eagle Court of Honor. And I knew as soon as he got his Eagle, I was coming. I didn't expect him to ask me to be Master of Ceremonies, but I'm very happy he did ask me. And it's just surreal to be here. Like, out of everybody who crossed over with us, I think there was, 24 of us?
It was a lot.
It was a lot, yeah. So, just being there, and I knew, out of anybody here who was going to get their Eagle, there's a couple people. Ethan you got your Eagle, but I knew Johnny was going to get his Eagle. So, not surprised whatsoever to see that. And I'm just going to wrap this up. It's been a very great 10 plus years I've known you, and even though we don't talk a lot anymore, you always know, you can always hit me up, we'll hang out, we'll talk, and I still consider you as a brother, man.
Yeah.
All right, back to the sheet.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Should have asked that.
Oh yeah, get over here.
Ethan's going? Okay, Ethan's going.
I'm not writing anything, but let's do it. So, man, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Surprised I got all here, but, you know. What? Oh, I had to go to work. Yeah, I'm late. I don't care anymore. We're here now. So, as children, we see that we have infinite potential, and many of us go to Scouts to find just like hone our skills, hone things, and you know, Johnny and a few of us has honed our skills to probably some of the best you can get, at least you know when we're still kids. Yeah, Johnny, you honed your skills, and you're probably one of the smartest people I know.
Thank you.
Rival to Socrates and Aristotle. Yeah, you know, you did. It's the great thing. You know? You're gonna look back on this, and you know, like, yeah, I made some great memories. You know, I have these great skills that you know get you into college, got me into college like right away. You know, pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of what I gotta say. Okay, should have wrote something down.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Going once. Oh, Mr. Krolakowski, okay.
Oh, jeez.
So oftentimes we'd ride share, taking the boys to and from scouting events. And my nickname for Johnny was Johnny Walker, Texas Ranger. So that was what I called him all the time. And it's been such a joy to watch you grow up with Ethan and be a part of scouting. And I'm really proud of you. So congratulations.
I'd like to say, some of you may notice there was like a comment board that my mother set up you could list. Mr. Krolakowski's was probably the funniest on that board, so congratulations. Okay, anybody else? Going once, going twice. George Mann, okay.
So, I was never in Boy Scouts, but I met Johnny through Assabet my freshman year. And I just want to say he's my brother, not blood related. I've been through thick and thin with him. We've been through a lot together. Eagle Scout project, I remember how much he was cramming to get that done. And it was a tough time working with him a little bit. He's rowdy sometimes, but Boy Scouts definitely, it shaped him into be someone that I would like to have in my life forever. I don't know, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, and yeah.
Okay, Rashmi.
Oh.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank your family and you for being such a great part of our lives. I have two boys in Boy Scouts now, and it's all because of you. Everything that you've done for the pack and the troop and the community. I'm very thankful to you guys. Good job. Congratulations.
Brooks Hammond.
So I wasn't gonna say anything, and then George Mann came up, so now I have to say something. Otherwise I feel like bad friends. No, in all honesty, there are certain people that you meet in your life that challenge you to be the best version of you that you can be, and Johnny Walsh is one of those people that won't ever let you forget the potential you hold in yourself, and he will push you every day to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I mean, there's not many people like that out there in the world, so I think it's really something about the Boy Scout program that really gives these kids that stick with it that ability to really bring the best of people out. So, just want to thank him for that.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Sold. Okay. Caleb, you may continue.
This is the conclusion of our ceremony. Thank you again for coming. Please stay for the reception. I'm sure there's plenty of food and drinks, so. And have a lovely day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.